In this video and the next one actually, we're going to practice joining two tall letters together. We've not done that yet so far. The tricky bit is getting the letters the right height and making sure that that diagonal join only goes halfway. If it goes to the top, it really spoils the look of your handwriting. So let's practice these letters to begin with, and then we'll have a go at putting them in some words. So letter T. Remember, it's not as tall as the letter L. It comes halfway between the top line and that midline. If you were writing just between two lines, it comes almost to the top, but not quite. So starting on the line, diagonal up to that midpoint, and then straight up, straight down. Diagonal to that midpoint, and then straight up and straight down. Cross your T after you've written it. Diagonal, straight up and down. Diagonal, straight up. See, it looks a funny line, doesn't it, when you write it like that? But when you come down the other side, it just looks beautiful. Diagonal, diagonal, straight up, straight down. Let's have a go joining T to H. It's exactly the same. Starting on the line, diagonal to that midpoint, straight up, straight down, and then come back up that line that you've just written and over the other side. If you remember, we need to leave that little V there. Practice this in earlier videos. So diagonal, straight up, down. Diagonal, straight up to the top, straight down to the bottom, back up that line and over just before you reach it. One more. Let's have a go at two T's now. Of course, they're going to be the same height, a double T. It's exactly the same movement, diagonally up, down, and cross them both when you've finished. Diagonally down, diagonally up, down, cross them both, and once more. Diagonally up, down, diagonally up, down. I wonder if you can hear my washing machine spinning in the background. It's going like crazy in the kitchen. Okay, let's put those letters now into words. Okay, we will start off with some words, some words with that digraph TH in them. The first one I think is quite obvious. We'll do the. We've written that quite a lot, but perhaps not practice exactly how it should be. So there's my T, diagonal up, down, and then that diagonal for the E and round. So diagonal to the midpoint, diagonal to the midpoint, then straight up, straight down. You need to write these words as many times as it takes in order for them to look beautiful, so that they look identical and all the letters are the right size and you've got those lovely diagonal joins. Let's make the a little bit longer and we'll write them. Diagonal. Diagonal for your E and then over the top, diagonal for your M and then straight down. Cross the T when you've finished. You need to write them and practice them. I'm just going to do them once or twice so that you can see me writing them. If you need a bit more practice, stop the video, rewind it and watch again. Let's do this. Diagonally, diagonally up, down, up and over. Diagonal for your I, diagonal for that letter S and then hook it over at the top. And one more time. Diagonal straight up, diagonal straight up, diagonal straight down, and diagonal hook it over. And if we can do this, then we can do that. Diagonal for your A. Oops. Diagonal for that T again. Remember, it doesn't go to the top. And cross your T's when you finish writing the word. There's motorbikes and wind and rain and all sorts outside my window right now. There we go. Them, this, that, and let's do one word with a TH at the end. Maths. Diagonal and hook it over for the A. There's that diagonal, but then I'm going to go straight up and down. Diagonal up, down. Oops, my pencil's running out of lead. And hook it over for an S. I'll do it one more time because I think that's all my pencil is going to last. So diagonal. Diagonal with a hook. And diagonal straight up and straight down again. Straight up and straight down. Diagonal with a hook. There we go. So you can practice writing these words until they are beautiful. And then it will be time to move on and write some sentences. Before we write some sentences, we need to have a go at writing some words that have got a double T in them. Lots of double T words also have an L after it. And we need to make sure that we've got that diagonal join and that sequence of letters looks like this and not like this. Can you see how different they look? Whoops. Here we can see that diagonal join. Here there's no diagonal join at all. It almost looks like a letter U with some that's too tall. So have a practice at writing this, and then you'll be able to put it in words like the ones we're going to practice now. We're going to start with the word little. It starts with a tall letter and ascender, so that diagonal line is going to go halfway and then straight up and straight down. Diagonal for the I, diagonal for that letter T, another diagonal for that letter T, another diagonal, and then straight up and straight down. It's quite a tricky word to write to get all those diagonals in. Let's have another go. My hand keeps sticking to the paper. So diagonal, straight up, diagonal, straight down, diagonal, up, straight down, diagonal, up, straight down, diagonal, up, straight down, and then that diagonal for that letter E. Look at how carefully I've spaced my letters so that I've tried to get them all the same distance apart. Keep having a go until you can get it right. More words that have that TTL pattern in them. Let's do cattle. So we're starting off with some hooked letters, the A, the C and the A, and then I'm going to do that diagonal, straight up, diagonal, straight up and down, diagonal, straight to the top and down, and then that diagonal and up and over for the letter E. I'll do it again. So hooked joins for the C and the A, and then diagonal, straight up, down, diagonal, straight up, down, diagonal, straight up, straight down, diagonal over for that letter E. Here's another one. Whoops. Let's have scuttle. So it's got a hooked join and then diagonal straight down for that letter U, a diagonal and then straight up, straight down, diagonal, straight up, straight down, diagonal, straight up, straight down, and that letter E. One more time. Diagonal, diagonal, straight down, diagonal, straight up and straight down, diagonal, straight up, straight down, diagonal, straight up, straight down, diagonal, up and over and round for that letter E. Little and cattle and scuttle. Once you practice those words, then we're going to have a go at putting them into sentences, and I'm going to shrink my writing so it's the correct size for writing in your books. Okay, so just to finish off with, let's write a couple of sentences with the letters at the correct size, just using 2 lines as we would between your books. Using 2 lines as you would when you're writing in your writing books. The first sentence we're going to write is, this spider can scuttle. So we're starting off with an ascender, and the diagonal join is going to go halfway, just like it does when you're writing your counter letters, those half size, the letters that come halfway, like an I and an S. This diagonal, a diagonal with a hook, a diagonal and then loop round, diagonal down, up and over, this spider. All counter letters, so they all just go halfway, and then that's right, scuttle, we've just been practicing that word. Diagonal up, diagonal up, diagonal straight up, straight down, there we go, this spider can scuttle. And one more sentence, I think I saw that battle. I, diagonal halfway, up, down, diagonal halfway, straight to the top and down, diagonal halfway, then straight up. I think I, count letter. Now we've not written a W yet in joined writing. We're going to come on to that soon, but the flip is at the top. I think I saw diagonal almost to the top, diagonal straight to the top, back down and over, up, down, cross the T's when you finish writing the word. Halfway, straight up, halfway, straight up, halfway, straight up to the top. I think I saw that battle. So, this is what you need to keep practicing. Take your time to begin with, and then do it faster and faster as your hands get used to the motion that you need to make, making sure that we get those diagonal joins in. You need to do it more than once. Remember, practice makes perfect. Keep practicing. I can't wait to see your beautiful handwriting when we all get back to school. Bye for now.